Good morning. Good morning. Oh, how y'all doing? Do, 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 do. Who's ready to study some dosage calculations? If you are, double tap the screen and tell me which program you're in. RN, LPN, hey Keisha, BSN. Are you bridging? Let's double tap this screen. You going to paramedic school? Okay, cool. Dustin, you can use this too. Because y'all give meds in the ambulance, as my little baby calls it. I know it's the ambulance. The ambulance. How's it going so far for you? All right. Double tap the screen. Let's share the live. Let's get it going. And we will study some dosage calculations. Then you're looking at respiratory therapists or RN. Cool. So, like, what made you go like the paramedic route and then want to transfer over to nursing, if you don't mind me asking? Is it because it was like a shorter program to get started, or you want to be like a first responder and get like that emergent kind of background, or what? That's pretty cool though, because yeah. In the prison where I work, the ambulance is our best friend. Especially when we can't handle it. Yes, you're welcome. All right, let's double tap the live and share it, and we will get started with some dosage calculations. And in the meantime, tell me which program of study you are in. RN, BSN, LPN. I want to become a paramedic. I like the pre-hospital side of things, but then I'd love to do ICU. Cool. That's what a lot of males either like ICU or the ER. But yeah, best wishes to you in your endeavors, sir, and I appreciate it. RN, LPN. Okay, so a lot of you have told me good morning. A lot of you have told me some of you have told me what your goal is right now. That is to become a nurse, paramedic, LPN, RN, right? So that is your top priority, right? Good morning, Steph. It's coming before a lot of things in life, right? You know, when we were in nursing school, we had to put some things on the back burner. You can't be outside this summer, right? Because you got to study, especially if you're in school. But I want you to keep that notion in your head, because your goal is what we're going to do in dosage calculations. So the thing about dosage calculations is that there are a lot of parts to it, and you don't know which part to use, right? You don't know where to start. You don't know where to pull from. You don't know. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to read the question. That's the first thing. Don't be intimidated by it. It could be a whole book series. Read what it's saying. And I want you to look for one important thing. What is this question asking for me to give it? That is the thing that is going to set you up with success, because we want to give that question what it wants. Nothing more, nothing less. You're not going to give it what you want to give it, because we want it to give us our points, right? So when we start to set up our puzzle, because from here on out, we're not doing math. And the math that we're going to do is the simple math. You see this row? This is all you're going to need. All right. So when we start to piece together our puzzle, which might be the order, it might be the patient's weight, it might be the medicine, whatever, we're going to always start with that goal. So your goal is what? Top priority and first. So that is the thing we're going to always start with. If you are having trouble setting up your equation, I want you to put a 1 in the chat now. And nobody should put a 1, because guess what? I just told you how to fix it. Trick question. All right, let's get started. What do I want to start with? Oh, what do I want to start with? Oh, let's just go. Let's just go. We're just gonna head in for it, okay? All right. So if you are a beginner, let me know so I can know what I'm dealing with. If you are in the thick of it, let me know. So, we won't start off with conversions and the easy peasy stuff if we need to just go into the heavy hitters. I'm just going to start in just dive in, because once you get it one way for one type of problem, you have it for all of the other types of problems. That is the beauty of dimensional analysis. No formulas to remember, no math steps. All we're doing is seeing what our goal is in our puzzle pieces and piecing together the units, okay? All right, so let's start with a heparin question. People don't like heparin, but we're going to start with it. All right. And y'all let me know if you can see the questions on the screen. Y'all know you're my production assistants. Okay. Can y'all see? Me and this Red Bull are friends this morning. Oh no, that looks difficult. What did I tell you? Read the question. What is this asking for? Zoom out a little bit. I don't know. Okay. Good morning. All right. So, Lord, we got to convert. All right. So, what is this question asking for? It's asking for two different things, right? So, that means we're going to give it two different puzzles. So, the first one, let's just do one thing at a time, right? So, that's the first thing, right? Why is this way? There we go. All right. So, that's the first thing. So, our goal is going to be units per hour. Okay. Now, your goal is your best friend. We are looking for how many units of heparin are they getting every hour. Is a unit something liquid, or is that going to be something that's whole? Is it liquid or is it mass? And this is how we're going to think through it. It's whole, right? So, no, only thing that are liquids are your liters, right? That's your metric unit of measure for a liquid is a liter. So it's not asking about anything that's liquid. So do you think we're going to use the liquid part for this first question if it's not asking for a liquid? No. That is how we use our goal to see what is fluff and what is not. And I got a Fluff Buster series coming to my YouTube channel, so y'all be on the lookout for it. So that's what we're not going to use. The fluff is in red, okay? So we're not going to use that. So this has my units in it though, right? My order does. And because my order has kilograms in it, I know I'm going to use the patient's weight. So guess what my other puzzle piece is going to be? The patient's weight. See, that's the hard part, the fluff. But the goal is going to help you eliminate the fluff. Do you see how we just did that? I said liquid because it was drips. Okay, so look, this is what we're solving for the first question, right? That is unit per hour. That's not this one, which is milliliter per hour. So that's going to be liquid. Units is how we measure heparin. It's how we measure Pitocin. It's how we measure insulin. That's nothing that's liquid, okay? So that means we're not going to use anything that's liquid. I got my RN degree because of you. Pass the NCLEX. Oh, shoot. That's what's up. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. The nurses are here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big ups. Are you working yet? Do you have any tips and tricks for the students that are coming behind you? So proud. This is the moments, right? These are the moments. I love it. All right. So We are going to start. Yes, we're going to start our puzzle with whatever this is. Because remember, we said that our goal was on the top and it was the first priority, right? So, whatever that is on the top is going to be first. So, we're going to go to our puzzle pieces over here. And what puzzle piece has the units in it? What puzzle piece has the units in it? This one, right? Same, kept you close in the math semester. I just started as an LPN. Thank you. Oh, Lord, y'all gonna make me pass out. I can't even study because I'm so excited now. All right, the nurses are here. Congratulations. Probably crazy questions, but can the lives be saved on a page? I want to refer. So, Quinn, you can go to my YouTube channel, okay? And well, kick back, Quinn. You can go to my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN, okay? And that's where I will have the live sessions. All right. You can screen record too, but I mean, if you want to use your Apple storage, then go ahead. But yeah, you can go to you can go to the YouTube channel, and there's a whole playlist of previous sessions. Okay. All right, so we're going to start right here. 18 units per kilogram per hour. Okay, so that is my first. She said, nope, YouTube will do. A blessed RN. You got it. All right, so that is my first puzzle piece. Okay, now you see that we have goal. Boom, units. We have goal on the bottom, hour. And that's what we want. So anything that is not the goal has to be canceled out. So that is this piece right here. It has to go. Now, we've already used this puzzle piece, so it's no longer available. In our other puzzle piece, we have pounds. That's not kilograms, right? So when we don't have what we need, that is when we convert. Okay, so that's why it's so important to memorize your conversions before you start dosage calculations. No, no, you can't come in. So we know that 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, okay? And you see your kilograms cancel out. Boom, they're gone. So now I can put this puzzle piece right here because the way that we cancel out units are the same units have to be on the top and the bottom in the numerator and the denominator. And everything is gone now, right? You see this is gone. The pounds are gone. The only thing that's left is what? The goal. And you see how it's units on the top and hour on the bottom. So that's how you do dimensional analysis. Now we are going to calculate our answer. Y'all, I'm so sad. I failed out of nursing school because I got one. Oh, super cute nursing student. It's okay. Are you going to try again? I know it's disappointing. You're not the first person who was academically interrupted. So I don't want you to be too down about it. But if that's what you want to do, try again. Try again. I could absolutely help you with math. The math won't be a problem, okay? Especially when you put together the puzzle pieces. So 18 times 196 is this big old number. And then we've got 2.2 on the bottom. And then this is how many units they are getting every hour. Okay? So that is how we do that puzzle piece, that question. I missed a step. Where did the 2.2 come from, Rotisha? It came because that was our conversion from kilogram to pounds. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So the glory about dimensional analysis is going to take care of all of your conversions for you. You don't need to pick up this calculator every single time. I'm trying to save you some steps and some time. Let this do the work. Okay, it's going to take care of everything for you. All right. So if you like how we put together this first problem, y'all double tap that screen. and share this live. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get this to not move. All right. I think I locked it. Thank you. All right. So now we've done how many units per hour. So now we have to do what? How many milliliters per hour, right? Now, is milliliter a liquid or is it something solid? It's a liquid, right? So guess what we're going to use? The liquid medication. All right. So my goal this time, this is the one we're doing, okay, is milliliter per hour. Okay. So my puzzle pieces are going to be my medicine. So that's my product, right? 20,000 units is in, you see that word right there? In 500 milliliters. So that means that they are joined together. They are partners. Keep partners together. Keep single people single. Okay. All right. Now our order is 18 units per kilogram per hour. So they got 3 people. They're sister wives. No judgment. Keep them all together. Okay. And then we know that from that kilogram that's in the order, we're going to need our patient's weight, which is 196 pounds. Okay. So those are all of our puzzle pieces. I like to say the 3 P's for my weight-based problems: patient's weight, prescription, and your product. All right. So based off of what we know, I'm so glad I'm done with chemistry. This is not chemistry though, but it's the same thing. It's factor label, dimensional analysis. What else do they call it? I think it's another name. Stoichiometry. That's what it is. But it's the same thing, right? So what is going to be my first puzzle piece if I'm looking for milliliters to go on the top? And remember, y'all, we are not doing math. We are simply piecing together a puzzle. And we want it to look like our picture that's on the puzzle box. That's the goal, all right? So, boom, this will be my first puzzle piece. Am I going to leave it like it is, or am I going to flip it? And I'm walking you through it. So when you look at this back on your the YouTube channel, you can speed it up. Because I know you like, can you come on? Yeah, I had to unplug my phone. Here we go. It should be a problem now. We're going to flip it because we want the milliliters on the top. Because of why? That's what the goal tells us, right? So 500 ml over 20,000 units, okay? Boom. So we've used that puzzle piece. So now, if you ever get lost or stuck, look at the bottom. Is that hour? No. So it's got to go, right? So we need units on the top. So what is going to be our next puzzle piece? Yes. So 18 units times kilogram/hour. Bam. Okay. Now we got hour at the bottom. So that's gold. That's gold. So this has to go. Do we have that in our remaining puzzle piece? No, we have pounds. Don't you pick up that calculator. Let your equation do all of your work for you. So you just do one calculation and one rounding, okay? Boom. So when we don't have what we need in our puzzle pieces, we pull out our conversions, and we know that 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. I see y'all writing the correct answers in the comments. I'm so proud. And I know you're proud of yourself too, right? So now we can put our pounds, 196 pounds. And remember, we keep single people single, and everybody who's partnered up is partnered up, right? So the single people are a party of 1. Put it over 1. That 1 is just a placeholder so that you can see that 196 is going to be in the numerator when we do the math, okay? Now, look, everything is gone. Units crossed out. Kilograms crossed out. Pounds crossed out. Only thing you have left is what? the goal, which is how we're going to get our points. Now we can math, exactly. And we can do simple math like multiply and divide. And I know you can do that because you're in nursing school, right? You beat out a whole bunch of people to get into your program. So I know you know some things, okay? So look how big this number is. Would that intimidate you? Would you want to write that down and then put all those zeros back into the calculator? So I'm going to show you the calculator trick because remember, I don't like a whole bunch of steps and I don't like to make mistakes. We all do sometimes, but we can eliminate that, all right? So I'm going to keep this inside of my calculator and I'm going to show you the calculator trick, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is, because what we would normally do is multiply across the top, get a number, write it down. Multiply across the bottom, get a number, write it down. Then we have to put it back inside the calculator, right? So we're going to do one swift movement. So all of my numbers across the top, I'm going to enter in and I'm going to hit multiply in between, okay? So 500 times 18 times 196, okay? Do not hit equal. We're going to hit equal once we're done. We're going to hit divide. And now we're going to put all of our numbers on the bottom end and we're going to hit divide in between those. So 20,000 divide 2.2. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. If you want to, go ahead, but they don't matter, all right? Equals. And that is our answer. Without having to write down, well, that long number, well, it's gone now because I pressed the button and go back in. This is new to me. I love it, all right? Yes. Yes, Miss Andrews. Okay, so do y'all need me to show you the calculator trick again? You can use this for really big questions, or you can use it for like the little simple ones too. All right, you can use it for your ATI or your HESI computer calculators. All right, wait, you did divide. I thought, okay, so this is the calculator trick. When we just do it regularly on paper and you're writing down those 50 million zeros and numbers, that's what we would do. You would multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, then go back in and divide. This is how you keep it all inside the calculator, all right? So all your numbers across the top, you would hit multiply in between, okay? So 500 times 18 times 196. Do not hit the equal sign. Sometimes I be messing up writing it down. Yes, that's what I'm telling you, right? Now hit divide. Okay, now on the bottom, you're going to hit divide in between your numbers. So multiply, multiply, multiply across the top, divide, 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 divide across the bottom. So 20, okay, and then 2.2, and then equals. You see how we just did that in one foul swoop? Now, if you like that, go ahead and double tap that screen and share the live. We are defeating dosage calculations all of 2026. The nurses are coming. Some of Nurse's students were on here, big old RNs, big old LPNs, all right? I love it. Okay, so now that we did this problem, and a lot of people are like, ooh, that looks kind of difficult, Nursey. We just jump in like that. Do you think that it was that bad? Let me know in the comments. So versatile. Well, come on in. Grab your paper and your pencil and sit down in your calculator, okay? And also, if you want more questions like that, I have questions like that in my workbook, okay? You can either do the digital version where you can go ahead and order it and have it on your computer or your tablet today, or I can send it to you. That's printed. Do they get harder than this as you progress in nursing school? It depends on the program. LPN, they stop at a certain point, and then like if you bridge back over to RN, you'll do your critical drips and they kind of get harder. But the thing is, none of them are going to be hard if you look at them like a puzzle, okay? All right. So, a nurse is preparing to administer dopamine 7.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute by continuous IV infusion to a client who weighs 85 kilograms. The amount of dopamine available is 850 milligrams per 500 milliliters. The nurse should set the IV pump to deliver how many milliliters per hour? We're going to round the answer to the nearest tenth. Okay. What is the goal? What are we looking for? You said peds is hard to you. Why is peds hard? Peds is really weight based. So they just weigh less than the adult patients, right? So that's the only thing that's different. And then safe dose range, and we can do some safe dose range too. And that's just seeing if the order is safe, right? Okay, so my goal is milliliter per hour. Okay, Nursey. So if I look at my order has kilograms in it. So I know that this is a weight-based problem. And for my weight-based problems, you told me that I need the three P's. My patient's weight, my prescribed amount, and my product, which is my medicine. Okay. You also told me to keep together what's together, and what's by itself is by itself. So we did that, right? So we got our goal, which is our picture on the puzzle box, and we got our puzzle pieces to the side. So we always start with whatever unit of measure this is first and on top. Keep your goal first and on top. All right. Miss Andrews has told us that we are going to start with the 500 milliliter first, okay, over the 850 milligrams. And she is absolutely correct. If you start with what you're looking for, you won't have to go and find it. All right, I'm going to cross out that piece. Good morning, Kim. I'm going to cross out that piece because it's gone. Now, I know I have milligram at the bottom. If you get lost setting up your equation, always look at the bottom. If it's not your goal, then it has to go. So do we have milligram in our puzzle pieces that remain over to the side? Yes or no? And these get faster. We're just kind of thinking through, and I'm showing you, right? Because we can knock out some questions. A conversion. Hey, Zay, I ain't even see you. I'm sorry. Good morning. A conversion is needed. Correct. Because we don't have it. So what is our conversion? Correct, Miss Andrews. Take that question mark off and put an exclamation mark, because you are absolutely right. We know we're going from milligram to microgram, right? We know that milligram is going to be on the top. Microgram is going to be on the bottom, because we want to cancel these out, right? And we know that the 1 is going to go by the bigger unit of measure, because it takes 1,000 little things to come together to make one bigger thing, right? Okay, don't make conversions hard. Don't make dosage hard. All right. Good morning, Harley. How are you, darling? Passed my last 2 exams. I'm ready to pass the next ones. Congratulations. Harley is one of my students that I have tutored as well. Yes. The nurses are coming. All right. So what is my next piece now that I have microgram at the bottom? Yes, Day. All right. So y'all are picking up the puzzle pieces that I am dropping, and I absolutely love it. So you see, we're not doing math. We're just piecing together the units. What's on the bottom has to go to the top. Don't make dosage hard. You can absolutely defeat dosage, okay? So now, do we have kilogram in our puzzle pieces? We freaking do. And we don't even have to pick up the calculator. That's what I'm talking about. So 85 kilograms over 1. Cancel it out. All right. Now we have one more piece, because look at what's at the bottom. Minute. In our goal, it tells us that we need hour at the bottom. So we have no more puzzle pieces. So that means we got to pull out another conversion, right? So what is our time conversion? If we have minutes, how many minutes are in an hour? Okay, And 60 minutes will always equal an hour. Your conversions are your constants. They will never change. Not depend and they don't depend on the numbers that are all up in here, right? Okay. And you see how our minute cancels out and we have hour at the bottom. Y'all ready to do the calculator trick and not write down 50 million numbers and put them back in the calculator? Let's do it. I love it. I love it. Boom. All right. So remember, we're going to multiply across the top, divide across the bottom, and you only hit the equal sign one time once we're done, okay? See if I can make it a little bit bigger. All right, so 500 times 7.5 times 85 times 60. Divide. All right, don't hit the equal sign once you get done with that top line. All right, 850. Divide 1,000. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Done. So our answer should be 22.5. And it says we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So that is your final answer. Don't forget to round and don't forget to label because those are the two biggest point killers. Thank you so much. Nursey is the truth, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. All right. Hey. All righty. Any questions about this one? Y'all good? Y'all still good out there? Haven't made your head fall off or turn around all the way or explode? We're doing puzzles this morning with Nursey, a blessed RN, defeating dosage, creating nurses all 2026, y'all. So, what did y'all think about this one? And if you liked it and you like this method, go ahead, double tap that and share this for me. I appreciate it so much. You make it look easy. I do, don't I, Ivan? And you can too. When it says round, you don't round to a full number. You round how those folks tell you to round. So if they want you to round to the nearest tenth on that question, you round to the nearest tenth on that question. If they tell you to round to the nearest whole number on that question, you round to the nearest whole number, okay? Round how they tell you to round so you get your points. It might be different in real life because I know the Alaris pumps in the hospital, they will go to a decimal. But of course, when you have drops per minute, you know, you can't half a drop or third a drop or fourth a drop, right? Boom. So this is dosage calculations. The method that we're using is dimensional analysis, but it's my dimensional dimensional analysis method. We're putting together puzzles, okay? All right, moving on. We got some heavy hitter questions. They look a little intimidating once they pop up on the screen, right? But now that you know, we look for the goal and we keep together what's together. We're going to piece it together, okay? A client is weighing 175 pounds and they're to receive 1,000 micrograms per kilogram per hour. The pharmacy sends you a solution of medicine that's mixed 500 milligrams per 250 mLs of D5W and an administration set that delivers 15 drops per milliliter. What is the drop per minute flow rate to administer the prescribed dose? So first thing is first, what is our goal? What is this question asking for me to give it? Okay. Drop per minute. So we want drops on the top, minutes on the bottom. Okay. Hey, love. All right. So we know that this is our order, right? 1,000 micrograms per kilogram per hour. So because that kilogram is in there, that makes this a weight-based problem. So I know I need my 3 Ps. I need my patient's weight, which is 175 pounds. I need my prescription, which is 1,000 micrograms per kilogram per hour. Okay. And then we need our product, which is our medicine, that 500 milligrams per 250 milliliters. So there are two ways that you can give an IV medicine, either on the pump or via gravity. Gravity is your drop per minute question. So you always need to have your drop factor. So boom, this will also be a puzzle piece. Okay. All right, we got all of our puzzle pieces. This one's going to be a doozy, but we can piece together it, right? What's going to be my first puzzle piece? The 3 P's are your patient's weight, your prescription, and your product, which is the medicine. Okay, what's going to be my first puzzle piece if I have drops on the top? And if you had put 1 in the chat earlier and said that you were having trouble setting up dimensional analysis, is it a problem still? Let me know. Okay, so Steph said 15 drops per milliliter. I absolutely agree. Okay. So we need milliliter now, right? Because that's what's at the bottom. Because we're working our way over towards minute. So we already got the top goal. So everything else that's not minute has to be canceled out, right? So what is going to be my next puzzle piece? Excuse me, my throat got kind of... This has my milliliters in it, right? Do I leave it like it is or do I flip it? Yep, we flipping it because we want our milliliters at the top. What's at the top got to go to the bottom. All right. And once you realize you can flip it, it makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? You're like, oh, I can flip them? Yes, you can flip them. Okay, because they're partners. All right. Now, do we have milligram in our puzzle piece? No, we have micrograms. So when we don't have what we need, what do? We convert. All right. And Brianna says milligram to microgram. So I know that my milligrams are going to go on the top and my micrograms are going to go on the bottom. All right. And where does the 1 go? Where does the 1,000 go? That was my issue in school. That's why I hated dimensional analysis. Can you believe that? The dosage queen hated dimensional analysis. And I'm not self-proclaimed. That's what y'all told me. So I'm embracing it. I didn't know what to do, right? And it was confusing. So remember, 1 milligram, right? That's the bigger unit. It's going to take 1,000 smaller units to come together, right? I'll give you some in a minute. All right. She said, you are the dosage queen. Look, I'm embracing it. I didn't say it. I'm just going to embrace it. All right. So now we've got our 1,000 micrograms per kilogram per hour, right? There we go. Okay. Now, do we have kilogram? Nope. We got pounds. Could you imagine trying to convert all of this stuff before you put it in there? You see how our equation is taking care of everything, and all we got to do is just do the calculator trick at the end, right? 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Y'all are getting it. I love it. Boom. And then we have 175 pounds. And do we need one more puzzle piece? Yes, we do. Zay already put it in there. All right. 1 hour over 60 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Cross your units out as you go so that you can see, hey, this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. And now we have a completed puzzle. It was a long puzzle, but we did it, right? You did it. You defeated dosage. I love it. Go ahead, double tap and share this live if you just defeated dosage with this problem. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we're going to do the calculator trick. 9 times out of 10, I can get every math problem correct now versus when I started nursing school. That's what's up, Harley. That is what's up. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad to see your progress too. I love it. Boom. So 15, 250, 1,000, and 175. The ones I don't put in because they don't make a difference. Boom. So now divide that and 500, divide 1,000, divide 2.2, divide 60, okay, equals 9.943, blah, 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 blah. So what if this question asked us, well, it is drops per minute, so we know that it's going to ask us to round to the whole number. What would be my final answer? You shocked yourself? Yes, that's what's up. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. I'm in nursing school and I cry daily. A&P, wow. So for A&P, I know that's that's one I had to take over. It's not easy, for at least for me it was not. Professor Amy, her name is Bio in a Flash, and she does reviews. She's really good at helping students with anatomy and physiology. I'm going to get out of med-surg one day. You are going to get out of med-surg one day. All right, boom. So our final answer would be 10 drops per minute. 10 drops per minute. I get confused about what goes where. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. So let's talk about it. So on this one, okay, we know, we know that our goal is asking us for drops on the top and minute on the bottom, okay? So whatever puzzle piece has, hold on, let me make it bigger. And bring out some colors, okay? So whatever puzzle piece has that in it, that's what's going to be first. So this was my puzzle piece that had the drops in it, okay? It was first and it was on the top because that's the goal. We are trying to make everything cancel out. And to cancel out, they have to be on the top and the bottom, except for the goal. So we want drops on the top and we want minutes on the bottom, which is what we did. So that was the first piece that we used, okay? So then we look at the bottom, okay? And we go over here and we say, this is that. What you want, girl? I'm going to give you some gum. Leave me alone right now. I'm going to give you some. All right. I got a toddler at my door asking me for some gum. Hold on. All right. So look, this puzzle piece had my milliliters in it. Because what's at the bottom has to go to the top, I flipped it. But you see, I kept it together because 250 milliliters has 500 milligrams of medicine floating around in it. They are partners. Okay. Am I in the book? No, this is not in the book. And this is the book that she's referring to. She's asked me about my workbook. You see how thick that thing is? It's got over 300 problems in it. Background breakdown, step by step. It's like me in book form and it's cute and pink, okay? So that is why we flipped it, because what's on the bottom has to go to the top. So that is the same thing that we did. So what's on the bottom went to the top. We did not have milligrams in our puzzle piece, so that's when we did a conversion. So what was on the bottom went to the top. So what was on the bottom, that was that one, right? It went to the top. What was on the bottom goes to the top. Bottom, top. This one, bottom, top. Okay? Does that make sense? So the goals on the top, I bought the PDF version. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. There are 2 goals in here, all right? There are 2 goals. So we got drops on the top and minute on the bottom. So we always start with whatever this is. Boom. and we cancel everything else out. Boom, 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 until only this part is left, like right here. Okay? She said the kids love gum. I know. How often do I go live? I got my dosage calculation test I have to pass 100% or I fell out. So I go live every Saturday morning. I'm trying to make it a habit. I woke up a little bit late because I'm tired, y'all. So I was supposed to get up like at 8. We got on here, but we're here, okay? And then I'm gonna place the replays on my YouTube channel. So if you ever need something in between time and I'm not on live, go to my YouTube channel. I have tons of problems worked out and broken down like this. And if you need more practice problems, you can either get the digital version or you can get the book, okay? Any other recommendations to study? And it's like, are you asking me for like another person or like a method? I don't know what you're asking me for. Towards the end, where did we get the 1 hour and the 60 minutes? I was gonna end it with the 175, then calculate it. So remember, I got all the scribble scrabble on here. Hold on. Let's see, can we take some of it off? Hold on. I'm trying to take some of it off. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so you see right here, we still had the hour at the bottom before we added this last puzzle piece. What did it say we needed at the bottom? Minute. So we didn't have no more puzzle pieces left. So when you don't have what you need in your puzzle piece, what is the goal? What is the rule? You use your conversions. My YouTube channel is a blessed RN. One word, a blessed RN. Oh, thank you. I'm glad y'all like the book. Okay, so did that make sense? Did it put it together? Doom, 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 doom. Dun, 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 dun. All right, what are we doing? Let's see. Since we're going with these long problems, I might as well keep it up unless y'all ask me for a specific type. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, how y'all feeling? Are we defeating Dosage 2026 yet? I love it. Dimensional analysis and dosage do not have to be the part of school that you worry about, because you can put together puzzle pieces with no math, right? And you can use your calculator trick. All right, and if y'all do need study sessions, I am available Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The first part of the week, I am in the prison because I am a corrections nurse. So, and I work overnight. So if you try to reach out and you're like, she ain't answering me back. No, I'm not answering you. I'm just not conscious. I sleep in the daytime and I'm up at night. Okay. All right. So what is our goal? I let you read it. You tell me what's the goal. What is the goal? Milliliter per hour. Okay. So we have an order. That's my order. Okay. We have kilogram in there. So we know that this is going to be a weight-based problem. Wonderful. So I know I'm going to need the 3 P's. So my patient's weight is 90 kilograms. It's already in kgs, so no conversion. Whoop, whoop. We know my prescription is 25 mics per kilogram per minute. Okay. And then my medicine, which is my product, is 500 milligrams of drug X in 250 milliliters. Okay. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to round to the nearest whole number when we get done. So because my top goal is milliliter, what's going to be my first piece? Sam already put it in the comments. So if you want to follow Sam. Oh, Sam is getting it. Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam. put the gloves down. You defeat dosage too hard right now. we try to let everybody else come to patient, prescription, and product, which is your medicine. What product are we giving to that patient? All right, boom. So 250 milliliters over 500 milligrams. We don't have milligram in our other piece, so we know that we're going to have to convert. All right, so 1 milligram is equal to 1,000 micros. All right, then we got 25 micrograms per kilogram per minuto, right? Micros cancel out. And now we need our kgs, and we have kgs this time, so no conversion needed when it's already in the kilogram form, okay? Don't put 1 kg over 2.2 pounds and then you got 90 kilograms. That is only when your patient's weight is in pounds and is asking you for kilograms that you need to convert, okay? If you already got it, just put it in your puzzle piece. In your puzzle, your piece, put your puzzle piece in your puzzle. All right, boom. And then our last piece, we got minute at the bottom, right? And we need hour at the bottom. So how many minutes are in an hour? 60 of them joints. All right, boom, boom. Everything is on the bottom and top and canceled out except for what this is asking for. Look at that. And you see how each one, we're getting a little bit faster, right? Because y'all are picking it up. I love it. Love it. And I think these are the hardest ones in dosage. Those weight-based and the ones that's like day versus dose. I think those are the hardest ones. So 250 and 25 and 90 and 60. Multiply across the top. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. I'm going to pin this comment. Bam. Why? It said I couldn't do it. Pin it. You know what? TikTok, don't start. Boom. And then 500 and 1,000. And then 1 and 1 and 1. So I'm not going to put the ones. Boom. 67.5. And we're going to round to the nearest whole number. So what is my final answer if I round it to the whole number? Sorry, please. How to determine the 60 minutes to be? Do we look at the goal every time and flip it? Yes. So, okay. Look at how, and 68 is our final answer, y'all. Good job. 5 gold stars. All right, Ivan. So, you see how you got this right here, right? We know that we need this because that's what our goal tells us. Your goal is your best friend. It's going to help you pick out your puzzle pieces. It's going to help you determine fluff. And it's going to help you if you ever get lost putting your puzzle together. So think about it. If you're actually putting a puzzle together, like a real life puzzle, you look at the box. This is the box. And the box tells us that we need this at the bottom. This is what we have at the bottom. So we don't have any more puzzle pieces. So when you don't have your pieces, that's when you pull out your conversions. This is your time conversion. So we know that 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So boom, now we have the hour at the bottom. Does that make sense? Blair, I think I'm picking up what you're dropping. Are you talking about the day versus dose? All right, cool beats. Let's do one of those. Let me find one of them first. Oh, that's that. The day versus dose questions. Yay. So that's what we'll do next. And this is one of the pages from the workbook. and it's telling you about how to do the day versus the dose. Okay, so we'll do one of those next. And also, if you're interested in the workbook, this is all the stuff that it has in it. Oop, doop, doop. It's got everything from how to do the puzzle pieces, your abbreviations, parts of a complete order, because you need to know that. How to round, how to do military time, and what else we got in there? Conversions, your tablets, was oral, your reconstitution, your flow rate, so milli per hour, drop per minute, completion time, heparin, weight base, microgram per kilogram per minute, OB, pediatric safe dose range. So that is pretty much your whole dosage course in the book. All right, so let me look for day versus dose. Day versus dose. Whoop. All right. So look at here, and y'all get how long we been on here? About an hour. I got 11.5 thousand likes. Can we do better than that? Because I am dropping gems. Let's get the lights up. Let's share it so other students like you who were all right. How often in my own life? So I go intermittently, but I'm trying to do it every Saturday morning. You can go to my my daughter, she's asking me, can I take her to the park? And she see I'm on live, and I'm like, you know what? You just had a sleepover. Like, yeah, oh Lord. Lord have mercy. So I had to decline her phone call. That's why it froze up. But I'm still here. But if you want to purchase the book digitally, you can go to the link that's in my bio. And it'll take, I'm for real, Courtney. I'm like, who? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who these children think that I am, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. All right, so back to the problem at hand. Day versus dose. You need to pay attention to, is it nurse blank, insert your name here, bring in 1 dose of medicine, or is it nurse blank, insert your name here, and the rest of her nursey nurse friends that are, or foes that are on that 24-hour shift. So day versus dose. Dose is one time that you're giving that medicine. The day is for everybody else who's bringing in all of that medicine collectively. Okay, so we read the question. You got clindamycin, 30 milligrams per kilogram per whole day, IV, in 3 equal doses every 8 hours to a child weighing 60 pounds. It's available as 150 mgs per ml. How many milliliter per dose would the nurse administer? So what are we looking for? Is it liquid or is it the dosing? Are we looking for something that's liquid or is it the dose? Like the milligram. That's what I mean by when I say the dosing. So we're looking for liquids, right? Because that's what it asks. And is it for the whole day or is just one time that you as the nurse are going in there? It's just the dose, right? So that is your goal. ml per dose. Okay. Makes sense, makes dollars, makes sense. All right, boom. So we know we have our order and we got that kilogram in there. So we're going to need our patient's weight. So that's another P. And then our product is that. All right. So my 60 pounds, going to go over them in my puzzle piece stack. If it doesn't say dose, is it automatically day? Nope, it's automatically dose. Because what is it? Dosage calc. So if it don't say, calculate for a dose. Make sense? 30 mg per kg per day. And then 150 mg per ml. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Now, let me show you something. This is asking for the amount for a dose, correct? The order is giving us the amount for the whole entire day. Can we give all that medicine at one time? You could if you want to blow up your patient's liver or kidney, depending on how it's metabolized, right? So when those two things do not match, okay, this is why I say the goal is your best friend. It's going to help you pick out your pieces, right? When those two things do not match, then that's when we need to know how many doses are in the day. And how many doses did it tell us was in the day? One day has how many doses? 3. So now we have all of our puzzle pieces. Are you picking up the pieces that I am dropping? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Put a 2 if I need to say it again. Okay. That's all right. Okay. This is a safe place. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared like y'all are in the class and don't be wanting to say nothing. Shoot, if I'm paying thousands of dollars for tuition, I'm asking everything. I want to know rocket science. I want to know the formula for the youth. I want to know everything. Okay, anyway, so back to this. This is asking us for the amount for 1 dose. This is giving us the amount that's ordered for the whole entire day. Your goal is just saying, hey, nurse such and such, how many milliliters are you going to bring in this patient's room just one time? But this gives us the amount for the whole entire day. We cannot give all that medicine at one time. That's what that is saying. 30 milligrams per kilogram of body weight for the whole day. And it said what? In 3 equal doses. So it's got to be divided up. You can't give all of that at once. So therefore, you see how that's green because that's dose, and that's red because that's a different word. I tried to use the color so you can see the difference, right? That's green. If both of those was green, then cool. We didn't need this. But since that is dose and this is the amount for the whole entire day, we can't give all that. So we need to know how many doses are in the day, which is that one day has 3 doses in it. Okay? Makes sense now. I ain't gonna bite. I'm not gonna cuss you out. I'm very patient. I think I'm very patient. I don't know. We good? Let's start. What's going to be our first puzzle piece? What's going to be the first puzzle piece? You're good. Yeah. I love them. And all of your get understanding, right? So we know we want milliliter at the top. Boom. First puzzle piece right there. ml over 150 mgs. Okay. Look at y'all. Okay. So now, do we have milligrams? Yes, we do. We got 30 of them. Boom. 30 milligrams per kilogram per day. Milligram cancels out. Okay. Use that. Use that. Do we have kilograms in our puzzle pieces? You see them puzzle pieces over there? Those are your pieces. Put them to the side. If you're not really good at these problems yet, write your stuff out so you won't have to go back and forth into the question. Right? So you can see what you're working with. Okay? No, we don't have kilograms. So when we don't have what we need, what do? We convert, right? 1 kg, 2.2 pounds. Boom, boom. Okay. So now we can put 60 pounds over 1. Okay. And the last piece, because guess what we got at the bottom? is day. And our last piece has our day in it, right? 1 day over 3 doses. Boom, boom. Puzzle complete. Ma'am, I passed my NCLEX at 8. Oh, shoot! Congratulations! The nurses are here. Yes! Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes! That's what, number 4, number 5? Oh my gosh. Come on, y'all. Yes, new nurses. Y'all defeating Dosage, defeating nursing school, defeating the NCLEX. Yes, I'm so proud. Love it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you let me be a part of your education journey. It means so much. It really does. So at the beginning of this month, this is my birthday month. I went to Atlanta to Nurse Rose Atlanta Expo. And there was this lady who was there. Her name was Nurse Ty. And she was like, "Oh my God, it's you." And I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "You helped me defeat Dosage in school, and now I'm a nurse, and this, that, and third." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, if my face wasn't beat, I was holding back the tears so much, but I didn't want to look ugly for the rest of the event. But I had to kind of gather myself because that's what it's for, man. I love it, and I'm so glad that y'all let me be a part of your nursing career and your nursing journey. So thank you. It means so much. And I love it when y'all come back and show and share your victories. Okay. All right. So we got 1.8181818181. How'd that 2 get in there? Like, it's like 81. It's like 2. All right. So we got some questions, and that's okay. So let me go back up. Hold on. All right. Thank you for encouraging the engagement. All right. So, where did the 2.2 come from? Let me close this out. Oh. The 2.2 came from here. Okay. We had 60 pounds. We can't just put that in there because it's pounds. We need kgs, right? So this was your conversion. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So your equation will do all of your converting for you. You see how we just did that one calculation? You're not gonna have to worry about moving the decimal, cutting it off, rounding up and down. No, it'll be the math will math, the numbers will number, and that will take care of it for you because this is essentially 60 divided by 2.2. Because everything on the top is multiplied, everything on the bottom is divided in the calculator. Okay. All right. Dodgers. Okay, so the calculator trick. Because some of you weren't here earlier when I showed it, and that's okay because you're here now. Welcome. All right. So I'm going to show you an easier way to enter in your answer inside the calculator. So, you know how we would traditionally do 30 times 60, and then you write down that number, right? And then you'll do 150 times 2.2 times 3, and you write down that number. So what was it? What was the top number? 990. Dang it, I forgot it. Lord, I'm getting old. So 1800 divided by 990. That's what we would get, right? So instead of doing all of that, because I don't like extra steps. I work hard, but I don't like tedious and redundant. I promise you, work smart, not hard. So I'm gonna keep everything inside the calculator. So I'm gonna do 30 times 60. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. Then I'm gonna hit divide. I'm not gonna hit equal. So multiply across the top, and we're going to divide across the bottom. So 150 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. And you see how I got the same answer without having to do several different calculations in my calculator and write down all those numbers and put them back in and all that jazz. So that's going to save you some time. And if you're like me, I like to put stuff in there like 2 and 3 times to make sure I get the same answer every single time. Like, wait a minute. Okay, I got this. Okay, I got it again. Okay. You know, so you can double and triple check. So that's going to save you some time. Because a lot of people, you know, yeah. Can you help me out with a word problem? I'm struggling. Yeah. What's your word problem? Same. That's you, Ray Bay. I'm like, okay, I got this. Is this again? Yes, it's that again. Yeah. Okay. So, who was it? What was her name? Was it Blair? Blair, was it you? She had asked me to do this type of problem. Is that helping it make sense? Yeah, it was Blair. You still here, Blair? Oh, so helpful. Boom. Look at that. The nurses are coming. All right. So I'm trying to see another example because they're everywhere to see. Okay, this is good. So look at this one. Okay, this is going to show you the difference. I often would divide by the time and wouldn't have anything to do with the problem. Yeah. So look at this one now. So we given acyclovir, 30 milligrams per kilogram per day IV in 3 equal doses every hour to a child weighing 36 pounds. And it's available as 25 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters per day would you administer? So last one, we were asking about the milliliters for just one dose. So Nurse Blair going in the room just one time. This is Nurse Blair and the rest of her nurse crew for the whole day. Okay, you see the difference? So let me show you what I mean. So the goal is your best friend. You can't mess it up if you go by your goal, right? So milliliter per day. Excuse me. Now I haven't did safe dose, but I'll do one. Okay, milliliter per day. So you see how our order is 30 mg per kg per day, and you see how your goal is per day, and this is day. So you see how day and day, that's the same thing. So what is this asking for? The liquid amount of medicine that patient would get for the whole entire day. What is your order giving you? The amount of medicine that they would get for the whole day. So you got what you need, right? In your puzzle pieces. And you see it's the same color. It's the same word. So guess what we don't need this time? The dose ain't got nothing to do with it. Because what are we looking for? The amount for the whole day. And what did it give us? The amount for the whole day. It's fluff. You see how that goal helped you pick that out? And that's what I'm going to put on YouTube. I'm working on it now. It's so hard to create content, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. But it's coming. It's coming though. Hopefully I can get it together before everybody starts in August. But people are starting in July too. But I'm sorry. But I'm trying to create a fluff buster series so it can show you how to, bust the fluff. So we know that we still need the patient's weight, which is 36 pounds. And we've got 25 mg. Oh, man. Hold on. That don't look like a 5. 25 mg per ml. Okay? So we have all of what we need. So we don't need this time because boom and boom. Do y'all see that? And how it was different from the last problem. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if that's making sense. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Hey, 1 Won't he do it? Yes, he will. All right. So we're going to start what we're looking for, just like we have been every single time. All right. So milliliter over 25 mg. Boom. 30 mg per kg per day. Boom. Don't have kilograms. So what do? We convert, and you let your equation do all the heavy lifting. Okay? 1 kg, 2.2 pounds. Boom. 36 pounds, and it's by itself. Put it over 1. Now, what do we have? Milliliter at the top. If you always start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go find it. Day at the bottom. Bam. Puzzle complete. Let's do the math. Hey. Move and resize. Let's put this thing in the calculator. Do the calculator trick. All right. 30 times 36. Divide 25. Divide 2.2 equal 19.636363. So what if we rounded this to the nearest tenths place? What would our answer be? How do you know to start the equation with milliliter over 25? So what we're going to do, 19.6. Remember, the tenths place, not the whole number. And say, oh, we got to do a rounding lesson because that's a point killer. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Ooh, it's too much going on. I don't got squirrel syndrome. Squirrel. So we did 19. What was it? 63636, something like that. Okay. So you need a one-on-one? We can do a one-on-one. Just send me a message, okay? I'm available Wednesday through Saturday. All right. So look, how did I know to use the milliliter first? Because this tells me what to do. The goal is Simon. Simon says milliliters goes on the top, day goes on the bottom. You can't start off with both goals. So you got to start with the top, because right now, being a nurse is your top priority and it's coming first before a lot of things. So keep your goals first in dosage. Whatever this is will always be first and on top. This puzzle piece right here had my milliliters in it. So guess what I did with it? I flipped the puzzle piece to make it fit into my puzzle. Okay, that's why it was first and on top, because now I got my goal. Boom, milliliter on the top. Everything that's at the bottom will go to the top to get canceled out. That is not a part of that goal. And we know that day, that can stay, because that was where the goal said to put it where? On the bottom. That's what we're doing. We are just lining up the units so that we can make it look like what the question is asking for. And that is the whole thing. Yes, there are problems just like this in my PDF. It sure is. All right. So let's round now. And I do have a rounding video on my channel. So if you need to, don't be afraid. I mean, don't be embarrassed about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think comparison is the thief of joy, right? Because when you look at somebody that was like, anywho, I'm not going to even go there. Okay, we studying. I'm not going to be a motivational speaker right now. We studying. But listen, okay, everything to the left of the decimal. I said the tenths place. All right, the tenths place. Everything to the left of the decimal is the whole number, right? We know this is the tenths. This is the hundredths. You got to put that TH in there. And this is the thousandths. Okay? So when it tells you to round to a decimal place, so one decimal place, this is one place after the decimal, or the tenths place, okay? You're going to, hold on, let me erase my underlining. Boom. So you're going to start at whatever place they tell you to. So we're going to underline that, right? You're going to go one decimal place to the right. And if this number right here is 4 or below, that means that that number that is underlined will not change. If it is 5 or more, then you're going to raise the score, okay? So since that number's a 3, that 6 is not going to change. So when we round it, it would be 19.6. And then all of the rest of the numbers are gone because you only want one decimal place. Okay. Now, if this same question would have asked me to round to the nearest whole number, okay, we know, we know that everything to the left of the decimal is the whole number, right? So we go one decimal place to the right because this number is 5 or more. That means that that underlying number is going to increase by 1, right? So 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or below, it's a no-go. So 20 would be the whole number. Round how those folks tell you to round so you can get your points. That is the number one point killer, is not rounding and not labeling, okay? All right, let me see what y'all saying. I'd rather be safe than sorry and make a huge mistake. Okay, only if they say round to the whole number. Okay. Do you times the numbers on the bottom going across? I am getting confused. Popping lips. Why do y'all make these crazy names and then make me say them out loud, right? So, okay, what you would do, and now this is like everywhere. Hold on. Okay. I gotta get some of this off of here. What you would do in tradition, okay? You would do all of your top numbers. So 30 times 36 would be 1080. So 1080, right? Then you would multiply across the bottom. So 25 times 2.2 is 55. So that's all the top numbers multiplied. This is all the bottom numbers multiplied. Then you would divide the top by the bottom. So 1080 divided by 55 would be that 19.63636, okay? What I showed you was a shorter way to keep it all inside of the calculator so you won't have to write it down, answer, okay? So when you keep it all inside the calculator, it's essentially doing the same thing because the numbers at the top, what did I do? Lord have mercy. I don't know what I did. Okay, hold on. Grandma coming, y'all. Hold on. Move. Boo. Okay, here we go. All right. So when you keep it inside the calculator, you multiply all of your numbers across the top. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. But I don't hit equal because I'm going to divide everything on the bottom. Okay, so 25 divide 2.2. And that's going to equal the same thing. Okay? So either way works. But if you want to keep it all in the calculator and eliminate a couple of steps, you can do the calculator trick. Oh, lordy. Keegan, what type of nurse are you, darling? Because I can tell you, I am in prison. I am a RN charge nurse at a camp. And guess who has to do drops per minute? Because we don't have electronic pumps. So you will use dosage calculations depending on what type of nurse that you are. Okay. Do you have any more problems similar to that one? I do. And I have a whole bunch of problems like that inside my workbook. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. You messaged me the problem. Okay. I have to look at it. I can't get to it now, like in the live. Like, I can't get to it. I had to message you back. Okay. All right. Somebody asked me, can we do safe dose range? And then I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. All right. Safe dose range. Those children, don't say F them kids. You're going to do them the same way that we did the rest of our problems. Okay. Let's see which one I want to do. Let's do this one. Okay. For real. You're welcome. When are we finished with this type of problem? When we are, whoa. When we are finished with this type of problem, can we do reconstitution? Okay. How much are the one-on-ones? I need one bad. I'm more hands-on, show and learn. So I have, okay, so for an hour session, it's 55. And if you think that you need more than one session, I have a 3-piece puzzle pack. So if you book 2 sessions, you get the third one half off. And you don't have to use them all in this semester, especially like if you're in the thick of school, because dosage doesn't ever go away. You can use them throughout your whole nursing school career. I'll probably be back on stuff during some time in the week, but I'm trying to make it a Saturday morning type of deal. Okay. All right. So this right here is your safe dose question. What we are doing is going from nurse to detective, and we're trying to see if what that doctor wrote for is indeed safe enough to give to our patient, because who is responsible for when we give this medicine? The nurse. And you think somebody's going to come to your rescue and cover for you in court? They're not. So we have to double check and make sure that it is indeed safe. Okay. We are the last line of safety and protection for when it comes to our patient. Remember, do no harm. Okay. So this is your order. You see how I colored it yellow? Yellow means yield, right? Don't touch it. Stop. Don't touch that first. What we want to find is the green zone, the safe dose. So this is what has been deemed by the manufacturer to be safe, depending on the patient's weight. Okay. So we're going to look at a question, because remember, the question tells us what it wants, and we give the question what it wants so it can give us our points. All right. So what is the safe dose range per day? Okay. So remember, I told y'all to get used to looking at per dose and per day. This told us per the whole day. So look, it is in milligrams, right? So that is your dosing unit. It is in milligrams. And is it for one dose or for the whole day? It told us per day. So we are going to get the milligrams per day. Okay? Y'all with me so far? Chief Keef, are you with me? Or whatever Kirk Franklin said. Okay? So we need to see the least that they can get and the most that they said that they can get. Okay? So we know it's going to be weight-based, because each individual patient is going to get a different dose depending on how much they weigh. All right? Y'all, I'm going to be serious one day. Today ain't it. Okay. So 15 pounds is a puzzle piece. So this is the least, this is the most. So 25 mg per kg per day is the least that I can give, and 30 mg per kg per day is the most that I can give. So I'm going to get two different equations, right? So I'm going to start with the least. So we know, because our goal tells us that we need the milligrams on the top. That's what I'm going to start with, right? So 25 milligrams per kilogram for the whole day. Okay. I don't have kilograms in my patient's weight, right? So what do? 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Kilograms are gone. And now I will put my 15 pounds on the top and cancel it out. Milligrams on the top, day on the bottom, puzzle complete. Y'all see how fast it is to do that? So don't let anybody discourage you. Oh, dimensional analysis is so long. No, it's not. Especially when you get it down packed. You just putting together your puzzle pieces. And then you know you got the information and the conversions correct. All right. Day is already at the bottom, my love. Okay. So 25 times 15 divided by 2.2. So it's going to be 170.45454. So let's round it to the nearest 10th place. So I'm going to say because that's what they usually ask for, 170.5 milligrams per day. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the most that they can receive, which is 30. Okay. So 30 mg per kg per day My patient's weight needs to be converted. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds, and then my 15 pounds over 1. I pick up the calculator once when I am finished with my puzzle pieces. How did you know not to do anything with the 100 milligrams? Is it because the 6 hours and we need per day? No, that is your order. In safe dose range, we're trying to see if what the doctor wrote, which is this, is going to fit inside of our green zone. So we're going to find what's the green zone first, depending on what the patient's weight is, and we're going to see how does that order fit. Okay, so we're almost there. Okay, just hold on, we almost there. Just hold on, we're coming home, come at me. All right, so boom, calculator. We're gonna put the 30 and the 15 divided by the 2.2, 204.5. All right, boom, 204.5. My Red Bull is kicking in real time. I feel it. Oh, I feel it. All right. So we know the least that we can give is 170.5 milligrams per day. And the most that we can give is 204.5 milligrams per day. Okay. That is the green part. So anything that is less than this number or more than that number is not safe. Okay. So now remember, it is for the whole entire day. So let's look at our order. Your order is going to be the name of the medicine. This is going to be the amount for one dose. Okay, that 100 milligram is one dose. By mouth is how it goes inside the body. Every 6 hours is how often you give a dose. So if there are 24 hours in a day and you give a dose every 6 hours, how many doses are in the day? 4. So if we know that 100 milligrams is a dose, and there are 4 doses in the day, we're going to have to times that 100 milligrams to get the whole day's amount. Do y'all see that? How you have to pay attention to day and dose? And you have to know parts of a complete order, which is, I have a whole chapter about that in my book, okay? So all of that, is coming together. So we know that 400 milligrams is the amount they would get in the whole entire day, right? So 400 milligrams is ordered. My safe zone, my green zone says the most that I could give is 204.5. Does the 400 fall in the green part or in the red part? Not safe. Say, Dr. Such and such, hold on, buddy. We need to reassess this because that's too much medicine. You're going to blow up the kidneys. Does this make sense on how safe dose range works? She'll only be able to have it twice. No, she won't be able to have it. Yeah. They need to go ahead and change that dosing. Because they can't have 100 milligrams, right? Makes sense. Can't give them 100. Can't give them a whole hunt done. Anybody have any questions on how we did that? And see, you're still using your dimensional analysis. Perfect. Yes. Okay. All right. Can you do another one? Come through with your good teaching. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Y'all come through and pick it up. Pick up what I'm dropping. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I don't know what that just did, but okay. What's that one? Okay, let's do this one. Okay. Whoa. I missed some of the comments. Yes, I have. I tried solving it before you, but I included the 60 minutes is equal to the hour. Ivan, get used to looking at your goal. Your goal is never going to steer you wrong. Okay? That's why we write it first, big, and on top, and in the middle. If you look at your goal and you give the goal what it wants and you stop at what the goal wants, it's not going to steer you wrong. We started doing new dosage and I was like, I know just where I'm going. Yes. I'm glad I stumbled in here because as a math tutor, I had no idea how to help nurses that come to me. Yes. Come on, math tutor. All right. I'm not in dosage calc yet, but I would love to have you teach me. Yes, I sure will. Okay, an AP instructor don't teach. Stop. All right, so what is this question asking for me to give it? Yeah, make sure y'all double tap in between and share the live. Please and thank you. And if anybody wants to contribute to my coffee addiction, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the bio. People are asking about more questions. Not taking you to the park. If you do want any more questions, I have tons. Okay, they're in here, and you can download the digital version, or you can let me send you the book because some people like to write down on paper. Okay, what are we looking for? And if you're not sure, just put something in the chat. So, is this medicine in units? Is it in micrograms or is it in milligrams? It's in milligrams, right? So, here you go. Now go and close the door. And you leave me alone. Thank you. All right. So we look at I had the mom real quick. All right, boom. Milligrams. Is this asking for a daily dose or a dose? Because last one said per day. This one says calculate the safe dose range. So give it a dose. Okay. Y'all see how we picked that out? Thank you for the fact that you help us even while being an awesome mom. I don't know if I'm so awesome right now because one wants me to do something. And I'm just like, look, I just let you have sleepover and everything. You don't leave me alone. And the other one was begging for some gum. But y'all are welcome. Okay. So we are looking for milligrams per dose. All right. So what are we not going to touch? Don't touch. All right. Don't touch that order. That's not our MO right now. What we're looking for is the green zone. So safe dose range is that, right? And we know we need the patient's weight, right? So let's write our puzzle pieces to the side. 22 kilograms is our patient's weight. 12.5 mg per kg per dose is the least. And look, you see how the goal says we are looking for a dose? And that is the amount for one dose, right? So guess what we don't need? The BID, right? Because we have the amount for a dose. Get used to looking at that and it'll make it so much easier. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the most. So let's start with the least that we can give to our patient. So 12.5 mg per kg / dose. We have 22 kgs. Put it over 1 because it's not equal to anything. And look how quick that was. Oh, wow. 12.5 times 22. And it's going to be 275 milligrams per dose. That is the least that we can give to our patient. We're going to do the exact same thing with the 25 mg per kg per dose. And some people might look at it like, well, isn't it just double because that's like, 12.5 times 2? Yeah, but it's not going to always be like that. It's not going to always be double that amount. So I want you to get used to setting it up so that you have the numbers and you won't get it mixed up, because sometimes you try to be mathy, and sometimes the math don't be mathing. So this way you see what you have, what matches the information in the equation, and you see your units and stuff are canceled out. Okay, so you can't go wrong. That's how you double check. Okay, so 275 and 550, okay, milligrams per dose is our green zone. Anything less than that, more than that, is not safe. Okay, what is our order? We know that the doctor has ordered 500 milligrams. Remember, that amount is going to be the amount for one dose. So is our doctor's order safe in the green part or not safe in the red part? Thank you for the heart, me. It's in the green zone. Yay! Somewhere right there, somewhere. It's safe. So good job, doctor. We didn't kill our patient. I said kill. I said again. I'm alive. All right. Boom. So is it making sense about safe dose range now? We are finding the green zone. We are looking to see if our order fits inside the green zone. Hey, Kayla, when you snuck in here? And then, yeah. You said in GTA. Okay? That's what we do. And you either figure it out for a dose. Oh, thank y'all. I appreciate it. For a dose or for the whole entire day. All right. Reconstitution. And that's the last thing we're going to do. Reconstitution. Reconstitution. Y'all done ran the iPad down. Oh, goodness. All right, let's look. All right. I'm just starting nursing school. This is so helpful. Also, congratulations on starting. You have to teach yourself the map? No, that sucks. Well, I can help you. Okay, just reach out to me and we can, set some study sessions up, and you can go to the YouTube channel or whatever, get the workbook, whatever. You're not alone, okay? And so don't feel like you have to struggle by yourself, because you're not alone, okay? What is our goal? What is this question asking for? Milliliter, right? You're not. That's what made me so sad. Like when I started in 2023, people were like freaking out. And I'm like, don't freak out. Like, it's not that bad. And so, yeah, I have a heart for y'all. So y'all not alone, okay? You can do this part. Save that worrying for mental health and med surg and all that stuff that I don't teach. All right. So reconstitution, I want you to think about it like this. All right. You have a bottle of water. You have a package of Crystal Light or some other powdered drink. Your powdered drink is going to be, hold on, let me turn this off because it's gonna bother the heck out of me. Where is it? Oh, where is the thingy thing? Where is it? I can't turn it off. You know what? I might as well just plug it up, because if this goes off, I'm gonna snap. All right. So look. All right. Maybe it'll take the thing off. All right. So listen, your powdered drink mix is going to be your medicine. Okay, so we got medicine and it's in powdered form, and we're going to add it to a liquid so we can make a whole liquid kind of concoction to give to our patient. That's going to be the end product. Okay, so when you want that powdered drink and that bottled water together, you want what you're making, right? You don't want just the powder or just the liquid. You want what it makes, okay? So this is the same thing with Reconstitution. We want the final concentration of that medicine when you add that powder to that liquid, okay? So concentrate on the concentration, the final concentration. That's what we call when it's like medicine part / liquid part. That's what you use for your liquid medicine when it's like 250 mgs per ml. And I just gave you the answer, all right? Boom. So we got to order for this, right? So 0.75 grams. On hand is a vial of powdered medicine labeled ceftriaxone 1 gram. And you got to add 3.6 milliliters of sterile diluent to produce a solution which provides 250 milligrams per milliliter. That is the final drink. This is the packet of the powder, right? This is the bottle of water. You shake it up and this is what we're going to drink. Make sense? If it makes sense, put a 1 in the chat and double tap and share live. I'm needy. I am. Okay. So that's what we're going to use. This is fluff. This is fluff. Okay. 250 mg per ml. Okay. Now let's set it up how we've been setting it up. Our goal is milliliter. This has my milliliters in it. Flip it. ml over 250 mgs. Okay. Now, do we have milligram in our other puzzle piece? Of course not. It's gram. So what are we going to do? Convert. So we want 1,000 milligrams is equal to 1 big gram. Okay. Boom, boom. Now I can put my 0.75 grams by itself, and that is it. Reproduction. So 750 over 250, 3 milliliters. I never know how to tell what's, that's why you here. Because I'm going to tell you how to bust the fluff. Man, what? Hold on. Questions. Answers. Just like that. Yep, just like that. Just like that. See, y'all be trying to make stuff hard. It is not rocket science. Why is that fluff? Rachel, you gonna make me go to my kitchen. Okay. No, I'm not gonna go to the kitchen. I'm gonna draw something. Okay, so this is that's my bottle, right? All right, that's my bottle. I'm going to, this is my packet of powdered medicine, right? I'm going to put this powder in here. I'm going to shake it, and I'm going to create a new drink, okay? I can't draw with beans. Priscilla said I'm about to schedule my session. All right, so we don't want just the powder. We don't want just the liquid. We want the powder inside the liquid, right? So that plus that is going to equal this. So how we express when we have medicine inside of a diluent is how much medicine, boom, that's the solid part, right? Over how many milliliters, okay? So what that means is when we draw out a milliliter from this bottle, in that milliliter is 250 milligrams of medication. And we are going to give them 3 milliliters of medication to equal what the doctor wants us to give to our patient. Make sense? Yay! I'm about to buy the book. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. And see, I explain that in the book too. It's much more prettier because I got graphics, but that's the gist of it. So now that we are on the same page, we don't want just the powder, we don't want just the bottled water, we want the completed drink, right? So let's try to do another one. And it's that simple. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do it. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. It just completely just backed out. Reconstitution. Reconst. That's the one we just did. Let's see. Okay. Once the powder is in the fluid, you can't separate them. They marry. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Professor Renee. Yes, exactly. You keep married folks together. Remember how I said married folks and partners, they stay together. Who's single is single like a Pringle, not ready to mingle. Exactly. All right. So a nurse is preparing to administer nafacillin 1 gram. So that's what they want us to give to the patient, right? What's available is 2 grams in the bottle. So that's your what? That's your drink packet. Our sterile water is 3.4. Yielding a concentration, concentrate on the concentration of 500 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters should the nurse administer? So we know that our goal is milliliters, right? So this is your order, 1 gram. What is the other puzzle piece that we are going to use? What's the other puzzle piece? What is the final drink combo? Uh-oh, about to knock my stand over. Concentration. Boom. Remember, that's the packet. This is the bottle of water. This is when you shake the drink up, and that's when you're about to drink it, because that's what we want. Those are the 2 components. This is the final drink. That's what we want, the final medicine. Make sense? Okay? So, fluff. Ding, 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 ding. Concentrate on the concentration. Now, because the goal wants milliliters, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to always start with my goal. I'm going to flip it and put it on the top. You start with what you're looking for. You ain't got to go find it. So I've used this. And yes, I am country. I am from Alabama. I am a Southern gal. So, do we have milligrams? No, we don't, right? So we got to convert. 1,000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram. And what is in our final puzzle piece? That 1 gram. And it's single, not ready to mingle. Put it over 1. And everything is gone. So now we got 1,000 divided by 500, which would be 2 milliliters that we would give to our patient. Make sense? Look at you, Kayla, on a Saturday morning, defeating dosage calculations. Okay. Okay. Teacher, why this time is it 1,000 milligrams over 1 gram? Student, look what we got at the bottom. We got milligrams. If we looked over here, we don't have milligrams. We got a gram, right? So this is your conversion. We are going from milligrams, so we know that's at the top. And we need grams, right? So 1,000 of the little smaller pieces equals 1 bigger thing. And then what do we have in our puzzle piece? A gram. Yes, Rachel, convert. Make sense? Any questions? It's a safe place. I know y'all don't like speaking out in class, but hey, this is TikTok. Ain't nobody gonna beat you up. There's nobody that's gonna make fun of you. If so, we'll block them. Because I need y'all to get this so y'all can take care of these patients. Auntie getting old. I've been a nurse for 16 years, y'all. 16 years. So I need the new nurses to be just as prudent and professional and knowledgeable. In the 3-factor question, it's 1,000 milligrams per gram, for example. I'm not picking up what you're dropping, Kay. Sorry, may I ask what is the one? Because things that are together stay together. Things that are not partnered up are a party of one. This is simply a placeholder. So that's going to show you that it's not partnered up with anybody. They're single, okay? You see how these people, they're married. They're married, right? Anything that says per, with, over, in, those are the wedding ring words, okay? They partnered up. They equal to each other. If it's just 1 gram, 1 gram is just 1 gram. It's not equal to anything right now. That's just your order. What if the question gives you all the info and it says add 2.5 milliliters of water, okay? And then it asks how much water is needed to reconstitute. It just gave you the answer. That's how much water you need to reconstitute. Reconstitute is simply just adding liquid to a powder to make that powder a liquid form so you can give it to your patient. Okay? So a diluent, that's a liquid. So that's the liquid part, right? And they'll tell you to put however much diluent in there. That's how much you add to it. Okay? Let's see here. Here's one that I did for the question of the day. And you see how it's got the little book at the bottom? I have a whole chapter on reconstitution in the book as well. So you pretty much got everything you need in the book to practice and to break it down and to tell you why are we using these puzzle pieces and why it is fluff, okay? So reconstitution, we don't use the available dose. Reconstitution, you want the ordered dose and you want the concentration of the reconstituted medicine. So not just the powder, not just the water, but how much powder per water, how much medicine per liquid, okay? The final concentration when you add powder plus water and shake your booty, okay? A provider has ordered 600 milligrams of drug tea, IM, every 6 hours. The directions for reconstitution on the 2-gram vial powder. Reconstitute with 4.8 milliliters sterile water. To obtain a what? Concentration. Concentrate on the concentration. How many milliliters will you administer per dose? So we know it's just 1 dose, right? So our goal. milliliter per dose. So it's not asking about the whole day. We just need one dose, right? So how much is one dose? Remember, this is going to be one dose. Okay? So we don't need to know about how many doses are in the day, because that's not what it's asking for. That part is fluff. That plus is fluff. That part is fluff, okay? So what is my other puzzle piece that I'm going to use? What is going to be my final concentration of medicine that's available? Look at you, Ivan. I'm so proud of you. Okay, boom. 400 mg over the ml. Remember that 600 is the order. And it says why, how we know that? Because it says ordered right by it, okay? All right, boom. So we're going to set it up how we've always been setting it up, with this top goal first. Does that make it easy now to see when you write your goal and your puzzle pieces to the side, which pieces to use and what goes first and what goes on the top and what goes on the bottom? Because that was my struggle while I was in school. And that's why I hated dimensional analysis. Like, I didn't use this. I used ratio and proportion, and I was a math girl. I also was a pharmacy technician before I was a nurse. So this was my jam. You know what I'm saying? And look what we got. Milliliter per dose. So 600 divided by 400 is going to be, I think, 1.5. Yeah. 1.5 milliliter per dose. Did it take you long to catch on to it, to catch on to dimensional analysis? So everybody, because when I first started, I was doing ratio proportion, I was doing desired over half and the formulas, and I was doing dimensional. I was steering away from the dimensional because I didn't like the dimensional, right? And I was like, oh, I don't like this. And so everybody kept asking about dimensional. I do too now. I do too. That's why it's my puzzle pieces, right? You know, the puzzle pieces, right? So everybody kept asking about dimensional. I was like, okay. So as I was doing it and I was catching on to it, I was like, this is easy and it's consistent and you don't have to do the formulas. And, you know, a lot of people say that they're not good at math. So take the math aspect out of it. You're just piecing together a puzzle, okay? We're piecing together these units. We're not doing math until we put it inside of this. And all we're using is this row. So if you can do this, you can absolutely defeat dosage. So that's how that came about. And so after, you know, we started piecing together the puzzles, I was like, the other two methods, whatever. Like, you know, if that's what you want to use, fine. But this is easy and it's consistent and you do it the same way for each and every problem. And so they was like, yeah, this is easy. And I was like, let's go with it. And I taught myself, but I wasn't given that when I was in school, and I didn't know what goes on the bottom, what goes on the top. Why is this with this? You know, it didn't make sense. So now it does. Yeah. Okay. All right. Recent grad here. Thank you so much for all of your support and help. Here. Oh my gosh, I lost count. It's so many nurses that came on today who have graduated and have passed the NCLEX. I love it. Love it. I feel stupid trying to do dimensional analysis. Well, I did too. That's why I didn't like it. And I was like, but I was mathy. That's the thing. I was good at some math. I was good at algebra and pre-calculus and all that jazz. So I got through it. And I liked ratio and proportion and cross multiplying and pop, lock, and dropping it. You know what I'm saying? But for those who are not and you don't want to memorize formulas or pick out, well, how do I know which formula to use? I don't know how to tell you which formula to use because I don't know. I don't remember all of them. Because desired over half don't work for everything. Because desired over half is like when they're giving you a medicine that they want to give to the patient. This is what's available. So this is your actual medicine. This is your order. How much you're going to give to them. Every dosage calculations problem is not like that. So desired over half runs out. And then you're like, well, what do I do? And I don't know what to tell you, boo-boo. But with dimensional analysis, you can find out whatever it's asking you. You see, that's why we put that goal there. Is it a milliliter? So is it something liquid or is it something whole? If it's something whole, it's going to be units, milliequivalents, milligrams, grams, or whatever, right? And so you take what that is it day or is it dose? And then you keep together what's together. So what's partnered up that says in, per, with, over, the little slash, right? You keep together what's together, and what's single is not ready to mingle. And that's why we put it over one. And you just line up the units. And once all of your units are canceled out, that's how you know you got your answer. And that's it. Maybe you just multiply and divide. And that's for every single type of question. Yep. So that's why I like it. They say use formula method. I still be using dimensional analysis. And your lessons are worth watching at 1 o'clock. Excuse me, at 1 o'clock in the morning, all the way from the Philippines. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to send me some lumpia and some pansy, okay? And and we'll call it square. Thank you for your support. That's my problem. I'm not a math girl, and that's why dimensional analysis works. Thank you. I sent your page link to many other student nurses. You're easy to follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And everybody who, has followed, subscribed, watched my YouTube videos, if you bought the book, if you shared it with your cohort, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you've bought me a coffee, if you sent something to my app of the cash. Yeah, I can't say the other word because then you get shut down. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Mom. You really include everyone. I try to. Are there questions that you can't use dimensional analysis? So there are 3 kind of questions that I can think of that come to mind that you have to use a formula for. That is body surface area. That is Parkland burn formula, and fluid maintenance volume for giving the IV fluids to pediatrics. But I still make those 3 easy. I sure do. So BSA, you're actually it's like another way to dose your patient with their height and their weight. So there is a specific formula. It's the height times the weight divided by 3131 or 3600, depending on if you're using metric or US, and you take the square root of that. That's it. For Parkland burn formula, it is the percent of burn area times, 4 milliliters times the kilograms of the patient. So that's that. It don't change. And then for fluid volume maintenance, there are actually 3 formulas. Y'all know how I feel about formulas. So I break it down so that you just add them up. And there is a video on my channel explaining all of those. Okay. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it. Our community just teared up. Yay! I watched your video before my farm calculation exam and I got on 100. Oh, Zion! Congratulations. Love it. The nurses are coming. All right. So with heparin, you never round, right? They will tell you if you round or not. Usually it's to the 10th place. Something's in my eye. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, haha. Okay, I love to send you lots of those. I want some lumpia and some pansy and some adobo. Send some adobo too. You can either send chicken or pork. And those other what's it called? Oh, it's another dish. I love Filipino food. My dad was in the Navy, so we used to live in Guam. So yeah, Filipino food is bussin', bussin'. Okay, thank you for taking time to explain. You're welcome. Hey Dina, I passed my HESI. I used the dimensional analysis on the math portion. Yes, Becca, come on. Y'all are defeating Dosage, and I absolutely love it. Okay. All right. So if you have not gone to my YouTube channel, please go there, subscribe. I'm going to load this up after I edit out all the fluffy parts. If you would like a copy of the workbook, if you want to order the physical book, I do have some in stock. So you won't have to wait for it to come from the printer. I have some. I will send them out. If you want to download the digital version, it comes right after you put your information in to your email. Okay. So that includes 300 plus practice problems, the background. So you know how we go in each question, I tell you, this is why we use this. This is why we don't use this. That's in the book as well. And then I have my little fluff clouds. So I'm like, this is fluff. This is why you use this. This is why you don't. We have a step by step. This is what you start with. This goes on the top and the bottom. So, and then you have your practice questions and your answer key. So that is kind of like me in book form. It's pink, it's puzzles. So yeah. If you would like to study with me in a one-on-one session, I am available on Wednesday evenings, Thursday mornings, Thursday evenings, Friday mornings, Friday evenings, and some Saturday afternoons. Okay. In my Facebook group, I do post daily problems and solutions. And I'm working on a Fluff Buster series for my YouTube channel. So I don't know what else. I'm giving you all I got. I came on TikTok at the right time. My test is coming up on the 6th. You're welcome. Yes. Yes. You're welcome. Do I don't know? I am still a practicing nurse. I'm a corrections nurse. I'm an RN charge nurse at a camp, at a level 5 maximum camp. I know it sounds crazy, right? You're like, Nursey. Yeah, I love it. I wish I had found out about it long before now. Love corrections nursing. It's a lot of autonomy. Still use your nursing skills. We handle a lot of stuff in house. What we cannot, we send out. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Love it, love it, love it. So in the beginning of the week, I am, there. So if you send me a message and it's in daytime, give me some grace because I'll probably sleep because I do work overnight. But my phone number is available. My email is available. My website is all of that is in the link that is in my bio. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. I appreciate you so much for tuning in on this Saturday morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, 1 o'clock in the mornings. If you're in the Philippines making some lumpia pants, and that you're gonna send it or receive. And thank you so much for your support. If you would like to support my work, you can send me a coffee. Yeah, I appreciate it. But I just appreciate the word of mouth. I appreciate you engaging on my content. Appreciate you sharing my content with the rest of your nursing crew. You know, word of mouth goes a long way, and I appreciate y'all so much. I never would have thought 3 years ago that I would be where I'm at today helping y'all. And I'm so excited to continue to help. I'm so excited to meet new cohorts because a lot of the people that I started with, they're nursing now. And I love it. If I pass the NCLEX, I'll surely bring you lots of Filipino food. Heck yeah. It's a party. Let's go. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Get you some rest, study some, but get you some rest too. You can't pour out of the empty cup. I pray the peace and some blessings upon you in mercy and grace as well. And y'all be blessed. The nurses are coming. I will see y'all next time. Bye.